we can apply this really cool digital type look to our photos and images that we have in Photoshop. Now, we've seen this in books, magazines, all over the place, and I'm going to show you exactly how to do it right now. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and minimize this, and if you want to follow along with me, you can go into the Project Files folder on the CD and open up the Adding Digital Look to Photos folder, and you'll find this image right here. Okay, so the very first thing that I'm going to do, I'm actually just going to go ahead and select an area on the image where I actually want to apply this effect to. It's really easy. I come over right over here to the toolbar at the very top, and I'll select the rectangular marquee tool, the very top one here. Okay, and I'll just come right over to the image and just draw out this long, rectangular selection right here. And if I want to actually create more than one selection, I can just hold down the Shift key on the keyboard. And when I do that, you can see a little plus symbol up here right next to this little crosshair. You see that? So that's really cool. I can hold that down and just come right over here and just create another little selection right next to that one. You see that? And I just come over here, create another one right next to that. And I'll just come over here and create a little smaller one right next to that right there. That looks pretty good. And that's it. All I have to do is come right up here to Filter, come down here to Pixelate and select Mosaic. Okay, well, Mosaic will allow us to create that cool, digital bit look effect to our image that a lot of people are out there, trying to get. So, and we can actually control the cell size of these little blocks by just increasing this little slider right here. Check this out. So now they're bigger. Look at that. So that's cool. You want to make them smaller, just go the other direction. You can make them smaller. So there's tons of different things you can do with this. I'm going to go ahead and 18, cell size 18 squared. That looks pretty good. I'm going to go ahead and click OK. So check this out. I'll go up here to select and deselect. So there you go. You can really create some, some cool, effects to the image. Just kind of make it look a little more interesting or whatever you want to do. So, but let me show you something else here that I wanted to actually include on the video. I'm going to go ahead and undo this, what I just did here, by holding down Option-Z Command, and that's Alt-Control-Z on the PC, just to go back those history states. And I'm going to come right over to the Layers palette right here and just make a duplicate of this background layer by dragging it to the new layer icon on the bottom of the Layers palette right here. Okay, mix a duplicate, it's right there. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to come right back down to the bottom of the Layers palette and create a new layer mask by just clicking on this little button right here. Boom. Look at that. You see a little white mask appear right next to the little thumbnail in the layer. Okay, that's good, all right? But I want you to actually re-click right on the little photo there, little layer thumbnail. Click on that. And you have it activated. You'll see a little brush tool icon right next to it right there. And that's good. So go ahead and leave it right there. And then come right up here to select, go up here to Filter and come down here to Pixelate and select Mosaic. Okay, and you can actually apply this mosaic filter to the entire layer. That's what I want you to do. Apply it to the entire layer, just like this. And when you have it, go ahead and click OK. Next, what I want to do is actually apply a gradient. Okay, a gradient going from white to black on this mask. And when I do that, it'll make this layer here gradually blend in with the layer below it. Okay, sound too good to be true? Well, let me show you. I'm going to come right over to the layer, okay, the top layer here, and click on the layer mask. And you'll know when you have that layer mask selected, you'll see the little square with a little white dot in the middle. But if you have that, then you're good to go. Okay, now come right over to the toolbar here and select the gradient tool. Okay, it's right here. And what we're going to do is I'm actually going to want to create I'm going to create this gradient. And I want the gradient to go from white to black. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're actually going to select one of the gradient presets up here on the options bar. Okay, and it's the first one right here. It's the first box right here. If you hover over it, it says foreground to background. So if I select that and I fill this in right now, it's going to actually fill the color from foreground to background. But we only have a problem here. We do have sort of a problem. Our background color and our foreground color is the same color. So this is not going to work. Okay, if you want to actually quickly reset that, hold down D and then X on the keyboard. Okay, check that out. And if you want to actually reverse that, you can go ahead and press the little swap tool right there if you want, or you can just press the D key on the keyboard, and you can kind of go back and forth. But we actually want it to go white to black. So we want the foreground color to be white, background color. Okay, you got it. All right. So come right over to the image. Okay. And I want you to just come right over here to the side, the left side of the image if you want. Hold down the Shift key. I'm going to go ahead and click the mouse and just drag out this line here. You see that? We're just telling Photoshop which direction we want to apply this gradient. Okay, that's all we're doing. I'm going to go ahead and just bring it out here and release the mouse. Check that out. Look right over here on the mask. You can see the gradient applied to the mask. okay, right here. But you don't see that black or white black going on top of the image because that's only because it's a mask. We don't see that, okay? We do see it if we make changes to that mask. It will affect the photo or the image on that layer. But check this out. So we have this gradual blend now. So this is what I'm talking about, okay? Let's say you wanted to add just a little bit of that digital look on her face. You could just come in here with the paintbrush. Yes, believe it or not, come in here with the paintbrush and actually paint in some of those little cells there. Okay, that's what you want. You want to come in here and just get the hair. Just make her hair look digital. You know, you kind of want to go for that, you know, Simone type look to your photos. You can actually use this, you know. I don't know if you've seen that movie or not, but it's a pretty cool movie. Anyway, so check this out. This is pretty cool, all right? So I'm going to go ahead and undo. And I can just come in here and I can actually click on, make sure that mask is selected, and come in here with a black brush or black foreground, and just paint black and actually remove. So if I want to make her chin and her jaw area a little more defined, I can by just going there and just removing, you know, just having, you know, having that look or those blocks or those cells exactly where I want them. I have full control on exactly where I want them on the image and stuff. That's what makes it so great. So this is a really cool effect. And if you want to actually get this like gold type filter look that I have right here on this image, really easy to do. All you have to do is come down. But first, select the very top layer. Click on the layer thumbnail right there before you do this. Just like that. Make sure you get the little, you know, paint tool right next to it. Okay, cool. Come right down here to the bottom of the layers palette and just click on this create new fill or adjustment layer button right here. And a little menu will pop up. Go ahead and select photo filter, and photo filter will allow you to create you know, different you know, photo color overlays to your image in Photoshop. I can select warming filter 81, and so you can create more of that, you know, gold type look by adjusting the density right here. There's also a sepia toning type filter too if you want that effect. So that is how we can create more of like a digital cool, you know, Simone type effect to our photos and images that we have in Photoshop. So have fun with that, and we'll see you later.